Hello, and welcome back to 100% Demon Souls. I am Nerdwords, and it was recently, it was just pointed out to me by a friend of mine that you can go into the settings of the game, and under Game, you can turn off the auto-equip feature. So when you do pick up items, they don't necessarily have to auto-equip into your item bar. You turn that off, and you should be good. Didn't know that. Learn something new every day. I typically just don't even look at the options. So we are staying offline still. And we're back in the Nexus.
The Monumental awaits the above. The Monumental will explain the Nexus to thee.
And you should become very comfortable with this staircase because you're going to be using it a lot as you progress through the game. You're not necessarily going to be going up to talk to the Monumental, but when we're done talking with the Monumental, I will explain how character tendency and world tendency works. And we're not going up this way because if we continue up the staircase, there is an area up there that shows you multiplayer achievements, and we're not currently online, so the gate to that area is locked.
We have long awaited you, slayer of demons. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is a tale I wish to tell you. Once, we too a scourge of demons faced. In the distant past, under benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to its slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and most of the world, lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what lands still remained, we entrusted 6 leaders with 6 precious archstones, one to the king of a small yet industrious land, one to the king of the burrowers underground, one to the wise queen of the great ivory tower, one to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls, one to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen, and the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed in the fringelands that survived. We contained the Old One here below the Nexus, and prohibited the soul arts. Finally, we became Monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other Monumentals have perished, and only I remain.
Okay, so the other archstones are now accessible.
Now it is your turn. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, a deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to bear this burden?
So really important, whenever you're talking to NPCs, just do not spam through the dialogue. because every once in a while you'll get one of these questions, and the default answer is almost always set to the worst option. You want to say yes to this.
Yes, we are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon. The old one, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom. We neutralize the old one and ban the soul arts. Then we spread the archstones, and in order to mend reality, monumentals we became. However, man's memory of history is ever short, and before long he repeated his mistakes. The monumentals perished, and the archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Aland once again roused the old one.
I think that's all he says.
The monumentals perished, and the short-sighted...
Yeah. So he just repeats that at that point. So we're going to run over here really quick because there are some stones of ephemeral eyes. Oh, there's one stone of ephemeral eyes. This is... I primarily use it as a PvP thing. The eye stone on the verge of crumbling has the power to restore one's corporeal form. It can only use in soul form, and once used, it crumbles into nothing. So basically, you consume one of those, and if you're in soul form, your body is restored as if you killed a boss. And you need to use one if you want to summon someone to help you fight a boss. I guess I shouldn't call it a PvP item. I should call it a summoning stone, because you can only summon people by using it. So this little dais will show you your current profile of your character. I don't know exactly why it's in here, because you can just look at all this information by pausing the game. And while we're here, I'm going to take that off of my item bar. Okay, so we are currently in body form, and we want to switch back to soul form, which means we have to kill ourselves. And this is why you're going to have to familiarize yourself with this stairwell, because we're going to be jumping off of it a lot. If you're playing online and you're in the Nexus, you will see a lot of bloodstains going up along the stairwell here, and that is because people are frequently switching back to soul form. So before I talk to any of these NPCs, I'm just going to give a quick explanation of tendency. So our character tendency right now is completely neutral. Character tendency can turn pure black, it can turn to black, and it can turn to white. It turns to white every time you kill an invader, and I believe every time you kill a boss. I'm not 100% on how it turns to white. I know that we can turn it to white later on, because at some point we're going to turn it to pure black, and then we're going to have to switch it back to pure white. Every world also has a tendency, and every time you kill a boss, you move it one step closer to pure white. Every time you die in a world in body form, you will turn the world tendency one step closer to pure black, which is why we switch back to soul form. Because if we die in one of the worlds past the archstones, we don't want to switch the world tendency to pure black. We want to move it to pure white first in order to access everything. If you're just playing with a regular character and you've already gone through the game, then you probably don't care either way. But then if that's the case, why are you watching this?
Brave soul, for whom death is no fear. Prithee, lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
So she gives us the eye stones. And manipulates souls with inhuman prowess. Her strength allows her to aid slayers of demons.
What is it? Seekest thou the power of souls?
And just like before, the option is set to the worst possible choice. You don't... it's mostly annoying.
After all, thou requirest strength. Go ahead. Touch the demon inside me. Let these vagabond souls become thine own.
So now we can level up by seeking soul power. If you say no when she asks that question, it just means you have to talk to her again, and then she asks the question again, and then it'll just keep repeating until you say yes.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
So because I'm playing a primarily magic character, I think I'm going to be boosting magic. I think I'm just going to go up to 20 for now. But I want to see... Yeah. I think we'll do that. And... Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any other points left. So that'll be it for now. I want to have a second magic memory slot, which is why I'm increasing intelligence to 14. We already ran across a couple of items that had a strength requirement of 10. But in order to do everything in the game, you're going to eventually need a strength of 19. There's a trophy that requires a weapon, and the weapon has a strength requirement of 19. And for the most part, I'm boosting magic because this character is going to be a glass cannon. She's not going to have a lot of health, but she's going to be really powerful when it comes to spells. And cool. So let's talk to her a little bit more.
I'm only here to tend to each flame. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. I keep the candles lit.
And then she just repeats that. So not a lot of information
Art thou
from her.
finished? May thy strength help the will be mended.
And I think it's kind of a bad location for her to be standing, but I think that's going to be my thumbnail for this video. So remember we picked up that jade hair ornament?
That ornament. That belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask a favour? Would you mind giving me that hair ornament? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter.
Hey, look at that. The default option is to deny him the jade hair ornament.
You're a saint. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mustn't forget. It's not much for the police, except this as thanks. I found it discarded on the main road. It might look ordinary, but it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It'll be happier in your hands.
So giving Stockpile Thomas the jade hair ornament allows him to give you the ring of Herculean strength. Words. I just woke up, if that's not already apparent. Long ago, Stockpile Thomas found this ring lying on the road. Raises item carry capacity. So item carry is basically the total number of things that you're carrying. So I don't know how useful that ring actually is.
I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings, don't you worry.
So I think that's going to be one of the things that we put into storage here. And just going to drop all of these bolts here because I never use a crossbow. It's just my play style. And basically putting everything that we picked up in our last playthrough in here. I always keep one archstone on me because I don't like to use the Nexial binding to return to the Nexus. And I always keep one stone of ephemeral eyes because you never know when you might need one. For now, I think that's good.
If only something could be done to help him.
Yeah, he just repeats
You have
that.
a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
And now I think he says, I think our little crestfallen knight over here says something different. We'll find out.
You've gone and died, have you? If you die here in Bonitaria, your soul will return to this temple. Well, what'll you do next? Give up? 'Cause that's what I did. I think I just lost my nerve with this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, wait. Does he say something else?
The
Yeah.
last surviving Monumental. Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty, if you ask me. You came for demon souls.
And this is what he says when we first came here. So he just repeats himself now. And there are some new people over here. There's the disciple of God, and there's another worshiper of God. I like to call this guy the acolyte. Everybody always refers to her and him as worshipers, but I'm just going to refer to him as the acolyte. He's the disciple, she's the worshiper.
Oh, you must be another disciple of God. I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth.
So this guy will actually give us miracles. We can learn miracles from him. I'm not actually going to pick up anything right now because I can't afford anything. But at some point, I'm going to get this evacuate. 20,000 souls needed to get it. This is probably, in my opinion, the most useful spell because it returns you to the Nexus. You don't have to drop souls or die in order to do it.
A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians, in the end, are mere servants of the demons.
So we got a little rift going between clerics and magicians.
A miracle is a heaven. They have magicians.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all he says. Yeah, I don't have any miracles, so I don't have anything to
I
attune.
see. You wish to train yourself in stoicism. Very well. I pray we meet again.
And now I'm going to go talk to the acolyte.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Elaine, but was of no use then. And now I have run away and abandoned his augustness.
I really like the voice actor for this guy.
O Lord, punish me, for I have not the strength to punish myself. Oh, deep within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine, will you continue to pray, even in such misery?
Sorry about that. I accidentally hit the button twice.
Oh, august one, I hesitate to imagine your present state. Deep within the dark, will you continue to pray?
And yeah, he just repeats that over and over. So the very first time I played this game, when he asks, oh Lord, punish me, I thought that meant I was supposed to hit him. So I started a fight with him and killed him.
Back in the time that I lived below Bonitaria Castle, King Alan left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon,
to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. If I did not have my miracles...
So she just repeats that now. But that is something new she says. That's kind of a clue. If you raise your faith, she will give you a pure faint stone. I think your faith needs to be 18 or 20. We will be increasing our faith at some point because that weapon I told you about before requires a faith of 16.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Freke the Visionary from his cell in Latria. I will help you however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Freke is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone.
And this is Sage Freke's Apprentice. We can learn more magic spells from him. And I used all my souls, so we can't purchase anything at the moment. But I will be coming back here pretty shortly.
Master Freke is a great man who has systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. By observing the state of Volataria and the demons within it, he is likely to pave the way for greater things. All the more reason that I must meet Master Freke as soon as possible. All the more reason.
And then he just repeats that. This guy has really good facial expressions.
Just ensure that you rescue Sage Freke as quickly as possible.
And that's pretty much it for the Nexus. So, this is World 5, Valley of Defilement. World 4, the Shrine of Storms. The Broken Archstone. And Freke's Apprentice is referring to this place, the Tower of Latria. This is World 3. And World 2, Stonefang Tunnel. And remember, Blacksmith Baldwin down here said that there's another blacksmith at the entrance to Stonefang Mine. So that's World 2. Actually, I don't know if he says anything new, so let's find out.
It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons. Or forge the ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, eh? Am I thankful that I can do anything?
Oh, no, he's pretty much just repeats himself. Hey, look at that. I have exactly enough souls to repair all of my equipment.
Do come back alive.
And now I have 2 souls exactly. Okay. The last thing to show you here in the Nexus is this statue. If we make an offering of 25,000 souls, which I do not have yet, a few options will open up. And I guess I'll have to show you those options later, but one of those options we will need in order to get the penetrator armor.
I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings.
You don't need the penetrator armor in order to get all of the trophies. It's kind of like an extra feature that they threw into the PS5 version of the game. I'm just going to consume all of these souls really quick. So, Unknown Warrior Soul will give you 200 each. Unknown Hero will give you 400 each. Renowned Warrior gives 800. And then Renowned Hero gives 1,000. And they double after that.
Are you
I'm going to use
for a magic lesson?
some of these souls right now just to pick up Cloak and Water Veil. Because I'm going to use them later. I suppose I could get those other 2, but I'm not worried about it right now.
Be careful how you use it.
And, yeah, that's it for now. That's everything that has opened up in the Nexus. Oh, I guess I could level up a little bit more, right? So I could level up 2 more times. Yeah, I'll just increase magic to 20. And we'll leave it at 20 for now. The next time I come back here, I'll probably level up vitality and endurance.
Art thou finished? May thy strength.
And I'm going to take a little break because I got to get some more coffee. It is the morning for me. And when I come back, we're going to go kill a dragon.